J. Mike D'Agostino says, where does the time go? I've been at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa for how many years now?
It'll be 21 years in about 12 days.
You're about, I was at the front desk yesterday because we spent the night in the famous tower there. And the two young guys at the front desk said that they thought there was you and one other person who'd been there the longest.
Absolutely incorrect.
There's some...
we have people working at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa that have been there for over 30 years.
Really? Well, you're 21. That's pretty good.
That's not bad. I'll take it.
You've seen a lot. What's your favorite movie?
I do like the James Bond movies.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm asking everyone today because the film festival is here. And people are just jammed into this town for this festival. Isn't it true?
It's great. It's wonderful.
In fact, I saw a big movie on the screen last night, that, like in the open space is what they call it down there?
Yes.
It was like an old-fashioned drive-in, except you sit on the lawn and watch the movie.
Isn't that superb? And
Yeah.
there's speakers that they have set up, and there's food and beverage concessions. So it's almost like a drive-in movie, but
Michael,
it's more like
what's
a
your
walk-in.
favorite movie?
My favorite movie would be The Matrix.
Really?
And I know a lot of people probably wouldn't agree, but, Matrix, Star Wars.
Pretty stylish.
And Lord of the Rings ain't that bad either.
A couple of fantasy guys here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that, I guess. We'll be asking throughout the morning what your favorite movie is. And 517-485-7925 if you want to get in on that. I haven't seen The Matrix, so I can't really understand it.
Well, it's essentially... It's confusing in the fact of that you're living, but you're not. You're in a computer, I guess, is what it's about. It's like a New Age Tron, if anyone... That probably doesn't help anybody either.
I mentioned the fashion faux pas just a minute ago. It's Debenhams is a retailer in the UK, and so they did a survey. What is the worst fashion faux pas of all? And you want to take a guess?
Men always wearing nothing but black socks, not having socks that match the rest of their outfit.
Oh. Well, check out your socks. You're wearing black socks.
Indeed.
Well, I only have black socks because I don't want to mix and match them when they come out of the dryer.
Indeed.
It would take extra time. But George Herbert Walker Bush has been wearing crazy socks, very colorful lately, because he's in a wheelchair now, and he knows his socks are going to show. So not only are they wild socks, he usually mismatches them for even more attention. And Barbara Bush does that, too. She wears two different shoes. But nobody's going to tell them it's a fashion faux pas.
So is that the biggest fashion faux pas, wearing crazy socks?
It is socks and sandals, the combination of sandals with socks. Huge amount of people, like 90% of people, said that's the worst thing you can do. You see that much around Traverse City?
It happens.
It does.
It happens, especially in spring and fall. Summertime, not so much.
They also don't like, for men, they don't like platform shoes, and low-slung trousers were voted the worst. Velour tracksuits. Worst fashion no-nos of all. Midriff-bearing tops and slouchy hobo-style purses in the top 10.
I don't have any of those.
Scrunchies and trucker hats don't fare well.
Golf hats.
I guess for
I have
women.
a golf hat.
How are things at Grand Traverse Resort? We just saw the Tournament of Champions just finished up here, this Michigan PGA event. And from Muskegon, Andrew Ruthkowski won $10,000. That took place over there at Boyne Mountain. He was 10 under par. They've been doing that for 22 years. And, of course, the Bear, we were just talking about it yesterday, was not only home to the Michigan Open for a long, long time, but also you had a Champions Tour event there.
We did. In 1990, we had the Ameritech Senior Open. Great event that we had back then.
And Chi-Chi Rodriguez win it, I think, or Lee Trevino.
It was Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
It was Chi-Chi. It was a wonderful event. I wish we would have more events like that, but they don't come around that often.
People come from around the country to Michigan, pure Michigan now. What do they find at Grand Traverse Resort?
Everything. In a word, 900 acres, almost 600 rooms, suites, condos, great restaurants, great golf courses. You mentioned, of course, the Bear by Jack Nicklaus, the Wolverine by Gary Player, and Spruce Run, which in its own right is no slouch, redesigned by William Newcomb in 1979, 1980. Gary Player had his fingers in it a little bit, and so did Jack Nicklaus. So when you come to Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, of course, you've got the spa. There's plenty to do, and summertime we have lots of activities for kids.
And the beach, you can go to the beach and pool as well, right?
Indeed, we have 600 feet of frontage right on East Grand Traverse Bay, and our beach club down there also has a pool. There's a grill, and Saturday nights we have bonfires with s'mores.
Well, that's cool. And you know what? It's a pretty darn good view of the East Bay and sunset from on top.
Yep.
How many stories up is that restaurant?
The restaurant is on the 16th floor of our 17-story glass tower.
With essentially a glass ceiling that looks right down over the bay.
True.
Beautiful stuff. And then if you like gaming, I guess you could do that right down the street nearby.
Our sister properties, both Turtle Creek Casino and Hotel, located 4 miles east of Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, and Leland Off Sands Casino and Lodge, located north of Sutton's Bay in Peshabi Town, were owned, all of us, by the Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians.
Is business good?
Business has been very good this year.
Corporate
is up.
business or holiday people?
Both. You know, about, I would say, close to 70% of our business comes from associations, groups, conferences, meetings. We have weddings, but we also rely on leisure travelers, especially this time of year.
How's that candy shop doing?
Dylan's Candy Bar, wonderful.
It's a destination now, isn't it?
That is a big hit. You know, it's the first stop that the kids have to make when they come.
Yeah, it's right inside the door of Grand Traverse Resort. It's like it's a store completely devoted to candy.
Totally devoted to candy, and we also have Dylan's Candy Bar Cafe, which has ice cream, cotton candy, and you can have parties there too.
Great. Oh, really? Kids, parties, candy? Wow. Great breakfast talk this morning. Grand Traverse Resort. What is the web address?
GrandTraverseResort.com.
Simple as that. J. Mike D'Agostino, 21 years there, and good to see you again after all this
Good
time.
to see you, Michael Patrick. Thank you.
Judy